Hi everybody, it's me, Aubuchon at MCRM Fertility, part of the First Fertility Network. Today is in honor of National Pi Day. Do you know what that is? It's March 14th, 314. Look that up and you'll see. There's actually a lot more digits to that, but we're just going to keep it simple. So in honor of this mathematical number, we are going to talk about pi. Pie is one of my favorite desserts, but it is not the greatest as far as fertility diet, but it can be if you do it in the right way. So what I'm doing is part of what makes it less than healthy is the crust, but the filling, if you don't eat a lot of it, may just give you that little bit of a sweet treat and you're still getting the pie vibes. So one of my favorite pies is called an apple pie. And so what I did, and apples are a great source of nutrition, fiber and lots of other vitamins. And what I'm doing is I've got some cut up apples here. The prep work will show you. There's some pictures of how I prep them. It's not hard at all. You just peel them, core them, and cut them. Kind of fun. I did it ahead of time. They get a little bit brown, but that's okay because we're going to be making a caramel. And the caramel is brown, so it really doesn't matter if they turn a little bit brown. I'm going to cook them in a little bit of butter. If you want to use plant-based butter or oil, that's perfectly fine. And then we're going to make a little sugar syrup, and that's going to be our caramel. It does seem a lot like a lot of sugar, but again, you're not going to eat it all. Instead of a pie crust, we'll use some granola so that you get some healthy grains in there too. It'll be like a deconstructed pie, and you'll be able to celebrate Pi Day and keep your fertility goals on track. Okay, what I did here is I mixed the sugar with some water, and I just mixed it around here. And that's going to be the basis of our caramel. Then we're going to microwave it, and I'll show you how you can make caramel in the microwave. So this isn't ready yet, but you can see it's starting to get a little bit of a syrup consistency. I've microwaved it for a few minutes now. So it's going to take a little bit longer to get caramelly, and now I have to watch it like a hawk. Okay, so here's the sugar syrup, and you can see that there's some sugar fragments here that can guide you for the color. See how that's kind of amber, and it's smelling really toasty and nice. So what I'm gonna do is I've got the apples here, which I've microwaved in some butter. You can see how they shrunk down, but they're not mushy. They still have some bite to them. So I'm just gonna pour this over. What we've basically made is candy. And so some of this is going to stick to your bowl. It's crystallizing. In a microwave, just because it's a little hard to look at it frequently, you can get sugar crystals. It can sometimes be a little easier to make this on a stovetop. But this is showing it's definitely possible to have a sweet treat at work in your microwave, or if you're home. And I'm just stirring this up like this. Okay, and then next what I'm gonna do is, because this is kind of liquidy, I'm just gonna microwave it to let some of this liquid boil off. And then I'll show you what it looks like after that. Okay, and so here we have our apples in the caramel sugar syrup. It got a little watery, to be honest, because I had to thin out the caramel with some more water. So you can, if that happens to you, you can just totally boil this off. It's just water, it just takes longer in the microwave. But because this is deconstructed, it's kind of nice if they're a little bit moister. So what I'm going to do is just put a little bit, because the nice thing about doing a deconstructed apple pie is, as Julia Child has always said, you don't have to eat it all, and you can just have yourself a sweet treat and get that Pi Day feeling without necessarily all the Pi Day calories and the negative impacts on fertility, and still keep it somewhat nutritious. Instead of crust, I just have some whole grain oat granola. You just put that on the top. And that's your Pi Day snack, dessert, side dish, whatever you want. You can put this over yogurt. It'll be delicious. So until next time, chef's treat.